Hello, we're going to start this episode a little bit differently because we just had a really great conversation and we weren't recording it. So normally I hit record sometime during our conversation and just totally forgot today. So hey, thank you for tuning into the Movie Rubric. I am Timothy McDaniel.
Cole Wright.
Josh Glass.
Jonah Jovi.
Yeah, we are joined by the illustrious Jonah Jovi this week. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm better than I saw the Mario movie.
Yeah, better that you saw the Mario movie?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Spoilers for
Yeah.
my thoughts. But.
Well,
I know what Jonah's score is going to be.
yeah. Jonah,
Spoilers for the episode that you're listening to.
as we were leaving the theater, Jonah comes up. He goes, if that movie doesn't get like a perfect score, and I was like, why don't you just come? Why don't you join us?
I said that, but I feel like I'm probably not going to give it a perfect score.
No.
When I said, but I was very hyped up. on the
Backpedaling
movie.
already?
A little bit. A
minute in?
smidgens. A smidgens.
Normally, we invite you to see the movie with us when we're going to have you on an episode, and then we just ran into you at like Five Below before the movie.
Yeah, this is coincidental.
It was very funny that your whole gang, you had your own like rubric entourage there with you, which was kind of fun.
Yeah, pretty much. I had 8 people at the Mario movie.
8
It was
pe-
pretty impressive.
Jonah,
In costume, too.
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
someone in costume.
you had an awesome Daisy costume, like cosplayer there with you.
Yes. She wore for Halloween and then this. It's a really impressive costume.
It was really cool. I was very impressed. I miss dressing up for the movies. You
Yeah.
guys ever dressed up for a movie? You just said yes, like most of you guys were like, yeah, but then I.
No, I was agreeing with what you said. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I hear you.
Would you dress up for a future movie?
Depends on the movie.
Probably not.
What
Like-
about the Marvels? We're gonna go see the Marvels, and can I get us to go
The-
as the
the
three
Marvels?
The three
No.
Marvels?
No.
Josh, you could be Captain
'Cause that-
Marvel. I'll be honest. I don't know who the other two are on the
Yeah.
poster, but they're there.
Miss Marvel
They're in the movie?
and the other one.
Let's go as the Marvels, the three Marvels.
No.
I'm good.
That sounds
good.
like a terrible idea.
My favorite costume I ever did was I dressed as PETA for the Hunger Games
PETA.
opening, and I
Hey, Peter.
Peter.
no right wait for that to go.
Hey, Peter.
I went to Kroger beforehand and bought some fresh baked bread,
Oh, nice.
and I went and threw bread at all the girls dressed as Katniss.
Nice.
Theater. Well,
My fault.
Please silence all cellular
Yeah.
Cellular
devices
devices
for
before
the
the
recording,
My
That was
please.
my fault.
Gosh.
this is
Goodness.
Prepared.
the worst episode.
Probably so far.
All right, let's go and dive into it. We went and saw the Mario movie. As
Mario
al-
Brothers movie.
the Mario Brothers movie. Before we even start talking, as always, should audiences go see this movie? Jonah, I'll start with you because we've already given your opinion. Hit it with us again. Should people go see this movie?
So, I think you've played any Mario game, or if you're a Mario fan, it's a must see. Or if you played any Mario game, I think you will enjoy it. If you haven't played a Mario game, I think you'll still enjoy it, but I don't think you will like it as much. But that's also a very low percentage of the population.
I say, where have you been living all your
Yes,
life?
exactly.
You never played anything Mario.
There's surprisingly been a lot of critics who have like watched the movie and be like, "Oh yeah, I guess Bowser like kidnaps Peach in some of the games or something like that." I'm
Some
like,
of them.
"Oh yeah," I'm like, "Whoa, where have you been the whole time?"
Maybe
So,
like 90% of them,
Yeah.
95% of them.
yes, most of the population will enjoy this movie.
So pretty much what you're saying is critics don't know jack.
Yes,
and
exactly.
They just
Yeah.
need to quit their job.
Yes.
Quit being critics.
And hire us
Yeah.
to be the main
Because
critics.
Correct.
you guys clearly have no taste. Don't know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Listen, the only thing that is keeping us, like, separating us from professionals is we're not getting paid. So, Jonah, why don't you give me $50
Ooh, okay.
For my
Okay.
opinion.
and we will technically be considered. That is the threshold, is getting paid for what you do. We will technically be professionals and we'll be the critics.
Okay, I can do
Fix that
that.
tomato meter.
Yeah.
We should make a Rotten Tomato account. I think we've
I
actually
think
had
you've
this idea
Said that like
I think
2 or
we-
3 different episodes.
multiple times.
Yeah.
I think it'd be smart.
One of these days, I'm going
Yeah.
to remember that idea when I'm not recording.
Yep.
Josh, what about you? Should people go see this movie?
I think so. I'll just copy everything Jonah just said because that's who I am. It's a fun movie, especially if you're familiar with Mario and the universe. It's cool to see it in this format and see kind of a behind the scenes look at Super Mario Brothers.
Okay. Cole, you the same?
Yeah. I mean, they got it right this time. It wasn't like the live action Mario movie from the 90s.
That movie was beautiful.
I mean, that's beautiful for different reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't talk about that movie. We're going to try to use this movie to
Well,
forget that
you may
movie.
be upset because one of our friends may be putting that in for his movie night pick. That is yet to pick a movie.
Well,
yet.
Ooh.
I'll remember that movie when I'm forced to. I'll be the scene. I forgot what the movie is where the guy's eyelids are being peeled back and he's being forced to watch
Clockwork Orange.
Clockwork Orange. Movie Clockwork Orange. Ah!
There's a remake of that coming out too.
Oh,
that
no.
movie?
Yeah.
That is a movie that should not get remade.
It's they're using the guy that did Jeffrey Dahmer.
Really?
Yeah, he's going to be the main character.
Quicksilver guy?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's going to be the main. No.
interesting.
Here's why I don't want that guy to be the main character. Because with the Jeffrey Dahmer like Netflix documentary they did, I'm a high school teacher. I got a bunch of people my age, but a lot of high schoolers talking about how hot Jeffrey Dahmer is.
Him himself is not though.
Like,
Yikes.
they're walking
You
around.
see
They're
a
like,
picture of this man.
he can murder me, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's verbatim
Yikes.
what a person said in one of my classes. And it's like, so we need to pick someone as ugly as possible
I
to start
mean-
playing serial killers
Oh,
on
yeah.
these Netflix shows. It's wild. So far from Mario. So sorry.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
I agree. Same.
Instead of Mario.
Go see the Mario movie. It is a fun movie. Preconceptions about the casting going into this movie. I thought about retweeting, resharing. I forgot how you would phrase it on Facebook. Resharing a post I made where I said I thought Chris Pratt's voice was fine in the Mario trailer. I got a lot of in person. No one commented on the post. I got a lot of in person hate. For that. People waited till they saw me like at the grocery store and they're like,
Say
"Hey,
it to your face.
I gotta talk to you about." And I'm like,
Every time
whoa.
you post something, it's something controversial, but it's not like super controversial.
It's like the most lukewarm take, and people are like, "No."
I hate your opinion.
and then you just disappear from Facebook for about 6 months,
Yeah.
and you'll make another post that's lukewarm
So,
opinion.
I stand by that. Chris Pratt's voice was okay.
Yeah.
I think most people in this movie's performances were
mean,
pretty good.
His,
yeah.
The voice. I'm glad that they addressed the why he doesn't have the Italian voice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at the beginning.
Yeah.
I don't know if you caught it. The guy at the playing the arcade machine that turns around and is like, I think the accents are great. That's the actual
That's the
Mario
actual voice for Mario. Yeah.
oh.
I found that out due to a TikTok reel that someone sent me. They were like, "Things you may have missed about the Mario movie," and that was in there. So
You sound like a boomer because you just combine TikTok and Facebook
And YouTube Reels
and
Facebook
YouTube.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, no.
TikTok
Gosh,
reel.
you're down bad
You're
already.
old.
It's a TikTok and a Facebook reel. Okay.
I'm young, I promise. I'm not even 30 yet.
Said you felt sick coming down the stairs this morning.
I saw a meme the other day that was like, "Doctor, I don't feel good," and the doctor was like, "Have you played the original Final Fantasy VII?" And the guy was like, "Yeah, I played it when it came out. It's one of my favorite games." And the doctor wrote in his notes, "This guy's basically dead." And that's how I feel.
Oh goodness.
I stand by it. There's only one person whose performance I did not like. We'll talk about that in a bit. But no, I'm very glad they didn't do the Mario voice the whole time or the Peach voice the whole time. Like, that would have been the absolute worst.
Yeah, it would have been too much.
So that I was going to throw that to you guys, but it sounds like you're more the same. Did you guys enjoy Chris Pratt's performance?
I did.
Yeah, I did too. I especially I'm a pretty big Mario purist and fan. So when the cast was announced, I was kind of like, why didn't they just cast the original guy? He voices like every character anyways. We have to charge one guy. And then, but I like pretty much everybody in the movie, except for like one that was kind of like, eh. But
I wonder
can
if
talk
it's the
about it
same
later.
guy. Yeah, I wonder if it's the same one.
yeah.
Alrighty. And then one last thing. I personally was nervous going into this movie because Illumination Studios was the one making it, and they're known for making okay, mediocre children's movies. Like, I think Despicable Me is good. I don't like any of the Minion movies. I don't like Sing. I don't like Trolls. So I was very nervous going into this one. Did you guys have any fears?
Trolls is DreamWorks though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it? My bad. My bad.
And also,
Okay.
you said you didn't mind that movie on our tier list.
Yeah.
First Trolls is okay. First Trolls is
Oh,
good.
here we go. Here we
He's
go.
backpedaling.
I am
Backpedaling.
backpedaling.
He doesn't remember his own takes.
First
That's
Trolls
how
is okay.
absurd they are.
I'm gonna go back and listen to that.
Tour.
I thought I said Trolls 1 was okay.
You said you just said you didn't like Trolls.
I was nervous because I didn't want this movie to be Trolls. I didn't want it to be that level. I thought they did a good job with it, though. I thought the animation quality, especially, was to be commendable. Did you guys
Yeah.
have any thoughts about that going into it? Or is it
Yeah.
just me?
No, I also thought I was a little concerned about some of their style. There is one thing we might mention later. I cannot keep alluding to later, but that I wasn't a huge fan of. That was kind of Illumination-ish in a way. But other than that, I was really impressed. I thought it was the least Illumination movie to me, and except for like the good parts of Illumination. So I was still I was pretty happy with it.
I would agree. All right. Any if you guys don't have anything to say on that, you guys have anything you do want to say before we actually start spoiling this movie for people?
I don't think so.
Okay. Spoiler warning. Here it is. We're going to get into it.
Spoiler warning.
Jonah, I'm going to go ahead and say what I think yours is because we talked about it a bit, and I have it on my notes too. I didn't like how many insert songs there were.
Yes, that was my thing.
Was that your thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my Illumination-ish thing.
Yeah. But Cole, you said you liked that though.
I mean, let's just go down the track list here. You got all your Mario stuff, which is fine. You expected that. But
Yeah.
you also got No Sleep Till Brooklyn. They're in Brooklyn. Like, okay, I see what they did there.
I liked it.
You got
That one was okay.
Holding Out for a Hero. Okay. For a training montage song, that's pretty good. You got Take on Me with the Kong country
Kong
folk.
carts, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I liked it. I enjoyed the vibe of Take on Me, and then you get Thunderstruck. What a banger list that is.
So Thunderstruck was my least favorite.
That was your.
Yes, I agree.
Oh,
Oh
thank
my
you. Not alone.
gosh.
I was worried that was going to be a hot take.
It was like the best example scene because like in the scene they come in and it's playing this like orchestral remix of the Kart Creator song from Mario Kart. Like,
Yeah.
oh, this is so great, and then it switches to AC/DC, and you're like, oh,
Well, yeah, it's
all right.
it's an epic moment. You're putting the cars together. You feel like I'm in a Fast and the Furious movie over here.
I was fine with
The guy who did the music for this, I'm pretty sure did some of the Fast movies.
Oh, really?
That makes sense.
When I
It's
was
all
looking him up
tracking.
today, I'm pretty sure he's
all
done some of
tracking.
the Fast movies.
Jonah, real quick. Is your mic stand like falling down on you?
It's slowly drifting to the left.
You can like tighten it. You want me to mute you? Here, I'm going to mute you real quick. That
Yeah.
way you can like
I want to hear
Crank on
every
there.
time.
that will adjust. Yeah, this is going to be super entertaining for the listeners.
So Jonah's trying to tighten his mic.
Yeah.
It says it's pretty tight. I'm sure you probably heard that.
Going this way?
I wish we had video of this.
Be
All right,
okay.
I'm going to unmute you.
There we go.
I feel bad. He's like
back.
holding it up the whole time. I was like,
Yeah, it was. I kept adjusting. I tightened it, and then it just went.
I was hesitating as to whether should I address it or not. Where was I? No Sleep Till Brooklyn. I liked. They were in New York, and it was like pertinent to the scene. I was fine with it.
Yes.
Holding Out for a Hero.
It's a montage song.
It was.
I would have preferred like the montage song from South Park. That's what
Yeah.
it is called, montage.
like that one was okay, but it started to be like, okay, we're in the Mushroom Kingdom now.
Yeah, yeah.
Like there's so much Mario music. And then when they did Take on Me instead of playing something from a Donkey Kong game, when there was so much amazing
Kong
Donkey
stuff,
Kong
yeah.
music, Kart Creator. I'm sorry, buddy. It's
okay.
Why don't you just turn the mic stand itself?
The whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
like that.
yeah.
Man,
I'm so
There
sorry.
we go.
We're gonna buy higher. You know what? You just need to buy higher quality mic stand like us, then you can match us.
true. That's true.
But no, like the track one, especially Thunderstruck, it just felt so shoehorned in, and they just took little snippets of it and they had to cut it, and it was a really weird edit. It felt very forced, and if Mario didn't have so much amazing music, maybe I wouldn't have been bothered.
And the soundtrack, that the compositions for this movie
Were awesome.
is incredible.
Like there's just so many Mario Kart songs alone they could have put there that it just kind of made me be like, did we really need to pay money to borrow AC/DC
Yeah.
for this scene?
And like you said, I would have been way more cool with it if it was like in Brooklyn they had the licensed music, and then it petered out when they went to the Mushroom Kingdom. But it didn't like make me furious or anything. But yeah, it was a little too much, I thought.
Yeah. Okay, I'm glad I'm not alone. Josh, I know Cole said his, Jonah said his. Did you have a thought on that?
I didn't hate it. I guess looking back on it, Thunderstruck maybe feels a little bit out of place. I'm just trying to think of music that they could have taken from the Mario games and stuff, because most of the Mario music is jazzy. Like it's upbeat, but it's not like that rock like Thunderstruck is. Like it gives you that interior feeling of like, oh, this is bad. They're building Mario Karts like the game is. I don't know that there's necessarily a song, and I'm not as immersed in the Mario world as some of you guys are, but I just can't think of a song that's going to give you that same hit in the gut like they're building a cart like I just did on my Switch last night, you know. I mean, if they could have found something, I think it would have fit okay, but I don't hate it. The Brooklyn, I think that was cool, but I think we all kind of agree with that. Holding Out for a Hero, it's a perfect it's a perfect like workout montage song.
Yeah, I was okay with that one.
Didn't bother me too much.
I didn't have a good one. I have a good alternative for the cart one though that they could have done. Just pay Metallica the money, use fuel.
Ooh, not bad.
I would think I would have been better with that. No, like Jonah said, the reimaginings of the music that they did do were so good. Maybe they could have reimagined a song slightly more rocked up. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a small point, but it's a point nonetheless. That was my least favorite part of the movie was the insert songs. So, like on the opposite of that, what were your guys' favorite parts of the movie, or your favorite part, if you have one?
Ooh. I really didn't have a lot of complaints outside of that one. I love the music. I actually listened to the soundtrack on Spotify on the way home from school
I
and
didn't realize
stuff.
it was on Spotify.
Yeah, it's really
great.
good. I thought all the voice performances were pretty good for the most part. And I mean, a lot of people, the main thing here you see a lot of like, especially critics talking about that the story is really flat and there's not a lot to it. But I'm like, that's really what it should have been. I feel like didn't really need a big story.
Is Mario's like not a deep, like
Yeah.
none of the stories have ever been like
So I thought the
deep
story was good.
philosophical awakenings.
They're not known
No.
for their stories.
No,
Yeah,
it's for
you're
the
not playing a
world.
Mario game for the story
Yeah. That's why I played it for the world and the characters, and they did that really well.
and all the frustrating platforming.
Yes, exactly.
I normally don't look at reviews beforehand, but I was spoiled by scrolling Facebook. Someone screenshotted the critic review score.
Yeah.
And I started diving into it a little bit. And man, there are some hot takes by some critics out there with just nothing better to do than to trash a kid's movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It blew me away. Josh or Cole, what was your guys' favorite part?
There's a lot.
did
to
you have
like.
one?
I liked the fight scene with Donkey Kong. That was pretty cool.
That was a good one.
That was pretty fun.
A lot of cameos in that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really liked the training montage at the beginning because Kalen, or one of our friends, Kalen, he said something about it when I was talking to him about it the next day. He's like, that's kind of like how we all got introduced to Mario, and the world was like running this world 1
Yeah.
over and over and over again, dying from a different obstacle each time you go through it. And it was kind
Yeah.
of cool to see him basically learning how to play his game. Like, I thought that was really neat.
I like that was also an homage to Mario Maker in and of itself, which is
Yeah, a
a
little
totally different game, you know, but it was,
They
it was cool.
anything Mario, it seemed like it was crammed in here, minus like the sports ones. There was no strikers, no slugger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe we'll
no
get that the
reference.
sequel.
I mean, I just
Classics.
want like Bowser and Mario going back at it again, and they got to form
golf
sports
tournament.
teams.
That would be cool.
I think
An Olympics. Where's Sonic at?
the crossover. That's kind of a crossover. I think I also really liked, like, there's so many references. It sounds really like fanboyish, but there's like so many crazy references.
Oh, yeah.
I think half the fun of the movie was just like seeing things like, oh, I know what that's from, or this song's from this game or something. So
I have not played Mario games near as much as I used to as a kid. And even though we went to like essentially a 9:00 showing on a Friday night, there were still children in the theater. Fine. I'm much happier with it for this showing than I was for Violent Night.
oh yeah.
Yeah, you
Not
look,
going to get started on that
you,
again.
you looked at me and you said, like, when the kids were getting a little rowdy before the movie started, you go, "Oh no, not again."
No, I showed up early, and that same group of kids was packed in the lobby, running around. I was like, "Please don't be in our showing." And I walked
Gee,
in.
wonder
I
what
was like,
movie they're
oh.
gonna go
You know
see.
what? If they had been, though, I would have been significantly more fine with it. But
Yeah.
they were actually pretty good. Something I enjoyed seeing, though, is there would be some weird creature that I've never seen in all my life because I haven't played that particular Mario game that the kids would go, "Ooh, it's a blah, 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 blah," and like throw it out. And I was like, I thought that was so cool.
It's a
that
glub glub gob glub.
this
Glub,
movie,
glub, glub.
yeah, I am the. Don't get me. But I thought it was cool that this movie appealed to the older gamers and the newer generation simultaneously without ostracizing either side of the
side.
fence. I thought that was a really good strength of this movie.
Yeah.
Even though I want to know what the name of the thing, it was doing the big flips at the
Yeah.
beginning.
Oh yeah, those are in the new Super Mario Bros. Games. I have no idea what they're called though. They're in like
Yeah.
some forest levels or something.
Yeah, it was kind of cool though. There were a lot of Easter eggs. I loved. They had like the mayor of New Donk City.
Pauline,
Yeah,
yeah,
she
was the
was
mayor of
like-
New York.
Was she the mayor She was some figurehead,
official,
some
some
figurehead,
politician.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like a throwaway on a TV thing, but that was really cool. They had a lot of those shoved in here, like
Yeah, there was-
references to Luigi's Mansion. Just
There's Diddy, Dixie, and Chunky Kong, who's in
Yeah.
like one game. That was pretty cool.
Where's
So-
old Lanky Kong at?
Yeah, I don't know where Lanky Kong was.
Funky
He was pretty
Kong.
cool.
who knows? There were too many Kongs to keep track of.
There was a lot of Kongs.
sure.
Yeah.
Onto that,
I think the Kong world was some of my favorite.
Yeah, I really want a
Scenes, I
Donkey
think.
Kong movie now.
Kong World was great with one exception.
Did you not like Seth Rogen?
I did not like Seth Rogen as Donkey.
Really?
Here's
Oh,
the
that's
thing.
not mine, actually.
It wasn't that I necessarily didn't like him as Donkey Kong. I didn't like Donkey Kong.
Really? I love Donkey Kong.
I didn't like they made him
Dumb.
dumb.
I mean-
daddy, want to please my dad. Like I feel like that's never been a part of any part of Donkey Kong lore or like game ever. And to be fair, much of this movie isn't. So I'm not super holding against it. But to be this like down on his luck teen who just wants to please his dad was a really weird angle to take him, and they made him kind of a punk to where he like even in like the face of like nearly dying was like not always a good person, and it
Yeah.
made me kind of like just not like Donkey Kong. And I've seen a lot of hate for Seth Rogen's voice acting. I don't care. I thought it was okay. It
Yeah.
wasn't amazing, but it was okay. But I just don't like the direction they took the character.
See, Donkey Kong and like Mario's like dynamic was I really liked it because they always kind of been like ambiguous if they were friends or not, and so I liked the frenemies aspect, even though they kind of like they because it was a pretty solid frenemies relationship because like they he saves Donkey Kong's life and they're kind of friends, but Donkey Kong's still kind of a huge turd to him, and they're kind of turds back to each other. I like their banter. I was not a fan of Cranky Kong's voice.
Yeah.
Fred Armisen.
Oh.
I this is just me. It wasn't terrible, but when I think of Cranky Kong, I think, yeah, back in my day, baby. And then
That's glorious.
That was really
They
good.
should have just hired you to do the movie.
and Fred Armisen did more of like I'm from New York.
Yeah, he did.
Donkey Kong, you're gonna die. Yeah.
Why did you turn to Christopher Walken? why was
guys
Christopher
on that.
Walken not cast to be Cranky Kong?
I started to say he'd have been perfect for what they were going for.
Mario, boys.
Going back to like, I'm glad that the actors didn't do it exactly as they appeared in the games. I actually did like his performance, but very understandable.
Yeah.
He was less cranky and more.
Daddy Kong. Oh, whoa, hey.
Whoa.
My bad.
That's a different game.
Yeah.
Jonah,
Yo, hey.
Jonah downloads the wrong Donkey Kong.
Yo, what's Cranky doing?
Where's that banana going?
This donkey.
Whoa,
Why does this man not have pants on?
Yo.
They're monkeys. They're not.
Wild. I don't think I said it. My favorite part of the movie was the kart racing, the Rainbow Road.
That was awesome.
I thought that was really cool. They really heavily included Mario Kart into this movie.
Yeah.
It wasn't like an homage. It was a core aspect.
Yeah.
And Mario Kart being my first introduction to Mario, I personally really resonated with that. I loved it.
And I
I love
like
that
how they incorporated the blue shell.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
like looking
Made
at
him a
all the
character.
items. Like, where's the blue shell going to come into play? Like, oh, it is the character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it kills them.
I love that he
It's kamikaze, basically.
Yeah, he
Killed himself.
He did. He just like
screamed
ended
it
himself.
too. He was like, blue shell!
Poor guy.
Tyler's
Yeah.
just fuming over there because every time we play Mario Kart, like I turn off the dang blue shells. Like maybe don't be good at the game.
The problem is I am good at the game, and when I'm in first, I ain't getting taken out by someone in last place. Just because you're bad at the game doesn't mean you get to make me lose.
Well, that's
Circle
part of the
of life.
game.
It's the circle of life. Of Mario Kart.
You'll
No.
get it back.
Cole, did you have a favorite part? Or did you say?
I said it was the battle with Donkey
Oh,
Kong.
that's
but
right. That's
but
right,
my,
that's right.
I would say as a whole though, is literally any scene that has Bowser in it was
Ooh,
up
Jack
there.
Black Bowser was fantastic.
Jack Black as Bowser was the perfect.
Yeah.
No one else could have done
He
it.
gave
yeah.
150% in his.
Oh, yeah.
Which I mean, there's a few others that seemed like they were phoning it in at certain scenes. But
Yeah.
cough cough, Chris Pratt seemed like he just kind of like you could tell he was getting lazy that day, like on his
I thought he was
delivery.
okay. I thought he was pretty good.
As a whole, it was good. Just there's a few
Yeah.
times like you could have done that line again. Like you had time.
Maybe. I rarely try to say I can't see anyone else as that role because there's a million ways to reimagine a role. But I genuinely cannot see anyone other than Jack Black doing that.
That specific Bowser? No, I don't think so.
I
Yeah.
flipped on him the most because when the cast list came out, I was like, I cannot imagine his voice as Bowser. And then the first trailer came out, I was like, he sounds really good. And the movie came out, and he's my favorite voice actor in the whole
And
movie.
Jack Black's voice would kind of the regular Jack Black voice would sneak out a bit, but it was fine.
Especially when he was singing.
When he was singing,
he
I'm
hit
like,
the high
he-
notes, like that's Jack Black.
He couldn't get the Bowser voice back when he was singing at
Yeah.
times.
Did they pitch his voice down?
It felt like there was an effect on it.
Yeah.
And if you watch, I showed you guys as we were leaving the theater, someone posted him singing Peaches, like dressed in like a Bowser costume at a piano.
Yeah.
If you listen to that one, there's a clear moment where it very clearly flips, where they remove a little bit of that vocal effect. I think he probably talked in like a deep, dark voice and they added some stuff to it.
Yeah.
Would be my guess.
I listened to Peaches off the soundtrack today with headphones in, and it definitely sounds modulated of some
Yeah.
sort. I was like, did they pitch Jack Black down?
I don't think you can do that without being modulated, at least a little bit. If you're Jack Black. Now, maybe they could have picked like the guy who voices Thanos, or not Thanos, Kratos,
Oh.
to like come in there, but then we wouldn't have gotten a fun Bowser.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would have got like a boring Bowser.
The Bowser character, like writing wise, was really good. Like a little goofy, but still like intimidating.
It's
Yeah.
Jack Black.
So yeah,
It was awesome.
it was perfect.
So was Bowser your favorite character?
Ooh,
Because that's my next bullet point. What's your guys' favorite character?
probably Bowser. I honestly really like Donkey Kong, or Luigi. Luigi's really good too. I like Luigi.
Luigi was probably my favorite vocal performance outside of Bowser. I think Charlie Day nailed it.
Yes,
as
I wanted
Luigi.
more of him, but
Yeah.
I liked him a lot.
Would not be upset if we got a Luigi Mansion movie.
True, and
I
Charlie
thought
Day
that's
said
what-
he
I
wants
thought-
to do it.
I thought we were going off a side quest where he's going to be in the mansion.
Yeah,
for a long-
I was waiting for him to find like a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah,
Like, let's
and the weird
go.
professor guy.
So, do you guys have a favorite character?
Bowser.
Bowser.
Bowser or the little blue star that was saying all the grim and dark
Oh,
things.
that guy
Oh,
was
the,
really
the
good.
Luma. Yeah,
That was cute.
that was good.
Yeah, Bowser was good. I feel like second to him was, I thought Keegan Michael Key did a really good job as
yeah.
Toad.
He did.
His voice, he was really fun to watch on screen, I thought.
He did, but Captain Toad was one of my least favorite characters. He's like a little bit above Donkey Kong on my tier list of characters.
Really, I love Toad. He was a good wingman.
He was.
There was
was okay.
Captain Toad was the guy in the castle.
Captain
This
Toad's
was
the
just
one.
Toad, wasn't he?
The one who went with them, I think, was supposed to be Captain Toad.
Well, he introduced
heavily
himself as
implied.
Toad.
Yeah.
What?
He introduced himself as Toad.
They're all Toads.
It's heavily implied as Captain
don't have
Toad,
names,
I think,
I don't-
because he has a backpack, and whenever he showed up, it went, "Bah, bah, bah, bah," and that's the Captain Toad
He
song.
introduces himself as Toad. Yeah, it plays the Captain Toad theme, and they were referred to as Toads. Like the race is Toad, but they are a Toad.
Yeah.
So on IMDb, he's listed as Toad because I think there's another person in here that's listed as Captain Toad.
Is there a specific Captain Toad?
Or, well, no,
Well, this one had like the backpack.
Toad
and stuff.
General. Sorry,
Oh,
Toad
okay.
General Toad.
Yeah, everyone's favorite.
His more evil counterpart.
Toad General, and then he was just Toad. I didn't realize there was an actual character called Captain Toad.
I think they'll make it a moment in like a future movie or something. Like,
Maybe.
oh, you're the captain of the Toads now. He's
Yeah.
Like, Yay.
My favorite character, though, outside like I think vocal wise, I love Bowser. I think my favorite character was actually Princess Peach. She's one of the few people in the movie who had somewhat of an arc and a backstory.
Yeah.
Not that that's important in a Mario movie. I loved the reimagining of helpless princess who always gets captured to they made Peach really cool in this movie. Like
Yeah.
I was actually like happy when Peach was on the screen and she was fighting. I thought that was a really cool twist. So I really liked Peach in this movie.
I like
Oh,
that this
yeah.
was like an Mario origin story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I like how it
He wasn't
solidifies
just
the lore.
wasn't just in the Mushroom Kingdom. Like,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
gonna explain why there's a plumber here.
And I think there's always been like
plumbers.
Two plumbers.
Yeah, two plumbers as dudes here. I always thought like there was some confusion about the Mario origin because like there's like, oh, they're from Brooklyn, but maybe they're not anymore. Maybe it's more just a Mario thing. And then I really like that they gave Peach an origin because I always kind of wondered like,
Why is she another human?
yeah,
here?
Mario and Luigi, okay, they're from Brooklyn, I get it. Why is there another just lady here? And then I like to like, oh, I just kind of showed up here when I was a kid and I was raised here. So
I loved all the people arguing as to whether Princess Peach would date Mario or not. And it's like, I hope she would. Because he's
the only
he's
option.
her only option.
Besides
You're
Luigi.
gonna breed with the toads.
Yeah, because it's the mushroom people.
Like I
Shy
think,
guys are over there. You could just
That's
Yeah.
true. We don't know if they're people.
I think at that point, yeah, you don't have another choice, Peach. I liked that. I thought that was funny, but I did find it odd that they did hint. Bowser asked a lot of questions. Does it look like she likes him? You know, and then like they get into that argument, but they don't ever actually really do anything with it.
Yeah, they
at
don't
the
really.
end of the day.
Yeah, and I was fine with that.
Yeah, I was too. I would have appreciated something to show that she had some feelings for him, you know, to lead into a sequel.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. It just slipped through the cracks of the writing room, I'm sure, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I think leaving Mario and Luigi in Mushroom Kingdom is enough to set up a sequel.
Well, they kind of
Oh
also.
yeah. They set up a few.
We'll get to
sequels, I
that
feel like.
later, though. What they
Well, yeah, and
the
then
after credit scene.
Yeah.
Kinda
It feels
sets
like
up.
they're making it where they can just go back and forth, which opens a whole bag of worms.
Yeah.
Like,
Are the tourists going to come to the Mushroom
yeah,
Kingdom
that's
now?
what I
Like,
was
if
like.
it's there,
Okay,
like-
are humans just going to start visiting the Mushroom Kingdom? Are the Mushroom King? Are we just going to see New York overran with toads?
It could open the door for
Smash?
a yellow and purple character to come in.
Ooh,
yeah, we
They're
really
people.
could.
Yeah,
they're people.
who?
they're people. Wario and Waluigi could show up.
Yellow and purple character.
They're
Wario
Wario is yellow.
Wario's-
Waluigi.
yeah.
sorry. I was not on that.
You know,
Barney and SpongeBob are gonna turn up in the Mushroom Kingdom.
I was like really struggling.
you made the comment earlier of if you haven't played a Mario game, where have you been on your life? And I told Cole, I said we should do a Mario game tier list.
Ooh, I would get passionate about that one. I would.
We could do it. How many Mario games have you played?
Not very many.
Yeah.
I knew it.
That
I was
was
like,
very
I'm
many.
like, that's not gonna be a good one. I don't think Josh has played a lot of Mario games.
Then-
My dad had a really old Super Nintendo Entertainment System, SNES, when we were kids, and I think I maybe played the original Super Mario Brothers when I was a small child, and then I've played them here and there, off and on as
mean,
growing up. But that's about it.
I'm kind of with you on that. I didn't start playing Mario till I was older because I was all PlayStation.
Yeah. I played a significant fraction, so if we want to do that, I'm down.
So it'd be a 2-man thing there for.
Yeah.
I missed, as I stated, about a third of like all the newer stuff. You know what? Fun. Let's just spit it out there though. Favorite Mario game that we have played. Mine's probably Paper Mario for the GameCube.
Thousand Year Door.
Thousand
is very
Years
good.
Door. I
Very
think that's
good
probably
game.
my favorite one.
That's a good one. Mine's probably I can't really pick one, but the Galaxy games, the Duology,
Galaxy 2 was such a good game.
those are like my favorite. The soundtrack on that, there was the song from that in the credits of this movie was like, ooh,
Yeah.
perfect.
That was good. Do you have a favorite game?
Super Mario Kart 8.
That's okay though.
That's a good
all
game.
right.
That's like the best Mario Kart.
I'm upset you didn't say Double Dash, but that's okay. That's good. Mario Kart's a solid choice.
I like Sluggers. The
Super
baseball.
Sluggers
Sluggers
is
is so underrated.
Sluggers is a fun game.
I love Super Sluggers.
We were like leaving the theater, and I was like, "Man, I want another Mario baseball game."
Let's play some Mario. So anyone got Mario Baseball?
I got Sluggers on the Wii. That's a good game.
Nice.
We need.
We're gonna pause the podcast real quick.
gonna
guys.
go
I
play-
want to go play
Sluggers.
some Sluggers now.
Go play around at Sluggers.
You
Come
don't want
back.
to see me. Give
I
me
got
Donkey Kong as my captain. It's over.
I got Strikers. It's not as good.
That's
but
still
it's
fun.
Good. Yeah. No,
I like the golf one too.
you were
Ooh, golf was good.
at the best game of Mario Golf in my life the other day. Reed, if you're listening, I'm gonna kick your teeth in again the next time we play. Well, where was I even going with that? You threw me for off.
Favorite game.
Yeah, did you have a favorite game?
What's your favorite Mario game? Oh yeah,
Thousand Year Door.
Oh, that's
Paper
right.
Mario Thousand Year Door.
Let's see. We talked about Waluigi and Wario.
Wario.
It was the
pipe.
The pipe
in the
that
Mushroom Kingdom.
tourists can come through to the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah, I don't know where they're going to go with that. Something I actually really going back now, plot wise, I'm not going to complain about the plot too much in this movie, but it did kind of upset me that like they introduced this plot. New York is flooding. They're like, it's our moment. They slip off a beam, crash through a brick wall. Fine. They just forget
Brooklyn's in danger.
Brooklyn's in danger, and they just start slowly meandering through these staircases going deeper, and it's like, I don't know how I would have preferred them do that scene. Maybe
Yeah.
like they were on a different job and they got knocked out and then they woke up and they're like down in that area. I feel like there is a way you could have done
Yeah.
it better than Mario and Luigi just ignoring the people they were trying to save because they slipped and fell like 30 feet down.
Yeah, because it's like they fall down, and then you could like, okay, we gotta go fix that, but nope, let's go farther away from the problem.
Well, I don't know that they could have fixed it though, because like just like exploded and they got blasted with water down.
Well-
so like I don't know that it.
They didn't even try.
They didn't
though.
really just like, oh, I fell down a flight of stairs.
Listen,
I'm gonna keep going.
To quote the
it
goat,
was like knocked them out.
Josh, to quote the goat himself, old MJ, I can handle failure. I can't handle not trying, and that's what they did.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
But yeah, no, they just forgot what they were doing. The writers forgot. It's like, all right, and they fall through the wall, and they just forgot what they were doing.
They had to get him to the Mushroom Kingdom somehow.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's more philosophical than what you're giving it. They
It's Mario.
They tried.
Hold on, philosophical.
Okay.
I'm prepping myself.
So-
do you guys know where he's going with this?
No idea. But I'm curious.
These two brothers that are plumbers, okay?
Okay.
They've had a rough go of it. They're not really getting off the ground like they thought. They thought this is going to be our chance to shine. And then the world comes and smacks them in the face with some high pressure water, okay? Then they see this magical tube, or they see this like magical staircase going down, and they're just like, well, I can't really get back to where I was at because the water flushed me so far away. Let's just go explore. So it's like them kind of like realizing that maybe we aren't going to be good plumbers.
Yeah, other doors are open in their life.
And then Luigi gets sucked in, so Mario has to go after him.
Wow.
Maybe.
That's
I would-
beautiful.
I don't know. I'm just
I
going
wouldn't
out
have
on a
looked
limb
that
here.
deep into a Mario.
I think you're looking a little deep. I think you're digging. I think it's okay. You're digging.
Don't pull your back out reaching there, Josh.
Like, it's the whole reason that they stay in Mushroom Kingdom is because they realize we're not going to be good plumbers in the real world.
I don't.
So like we're just going to be here where we're heroes.
I didn't get the impression that they chose to stay in the Mushroom Kingdom because they'd given up on being successful.
Luigi
in the
didn't have
real
a
world.
choice.
I think they stayed in the Mushroom Kingdom because where would you guys stay?
Yeah.
That's true.
Boring old Brooklyn or the Mushroom Kingdom?
I'm just gonna throw that out there. Like, one has a magical world where you are a hero, and there's a hot princess who may or may not want to do things with you down the road.
And you get money by punching squares.
Or you can go back
Yeah.
to like Brooklyn.
Hey, Brooklyn.
just like, I don't know.
We live in a
It did the pipe opens up. I was gonna make a pipe pun. I'm gonna say a wormhole because I don't have a good pipe pun. It opens up just so many plot questions. Like, I hope they may. If they don't, it's a kids movie. But I would hope they had introduced that area was bricked off, like sealed off from the world. No one's been down here in ages. So someone knew about the pipe and sealed it up.
Whoever dropped Peach down there.
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah, like I'm wondering if someone.
Ooh, it's gonna be a
That's what
flipping dark.
That's kind of what I'm wondering. Oh my gosh, if they showed that Waluigi's like Peach's dad.
Yeah.
What?
I actually
what I'm
have a
saying.
theory.
The
about
internet would flip.
But I'm
crazy.
hoping that they dive into that because they clearly intended it to be a plot point that someone in the real world knows about this pipe and chose to seal it off and leave it there and not destroy it. So I'm hoping that they touch on that. What's your theory?
Oh, well, so my theory about Peach, they make like a thing about like her origin's still a little mysterious. And my theory is because she says her origin and then she like looks up and she says something about like, oh, there's a big universe out there and a lot of galaxies. And then there's the Luma in the movie.
Yeah.
So, and there's an old Mario theory from way back in the day. Where in Galaxy, Rosalina, you can like read her origin story, and basically it's like, it's implied to be her origin story, but it's about how like it's like a family story, and then someone's mom dies, yada yada yada. And there was this theory, there was like a game theory episode about it that Rosalina is like Peach's mom, and there's time travel shenanigans. So if they want to go that route in the future, if they do a Galaxy-ish movie, they could make that real.
I hope they do a Galaxy movie.
I think with the Luma in there, I feel like they implied they were going that way.
That's just a theory.
Just a theory.
theory.
Hey, Matt Pat, come join the podcast.
Come join the podcast. Talk
Love
about
to have
Rosalina
Matt Pat
being
on
Peach's
here.
mom.
Yeah. No, so I mean, I could see that. I could vibe with that more than like Waluigi forcing his daughter through a pipe.
Yeah, that'd be pretty bad. Very Waluigi move to do, though, honestly.
Yeah, for sure.
He's kind of a turd.
Yeah, it's kind of a jerk, but he's awesome.
Yeah. No, I like that theory. All right. Whew. We got off on such a tangent there. I don't even remember what we were trying to talk about.
The plot point. Josh got philosophical.
I did.
Talks a lot about the pipe.
I need to take minutes now during this thing. Just
I've been smoking a pipe.
Whoa,
Oh,
hey,
so
whoa,
then-
hey.
That
I'm
makes
just
sense.
Yeah,
That makes
and
sense.
that's how we got off on the philosophical
Okay.
debate.
Very cool.
Totally kidding. For anybody that doesn't take that as a joke.
I don't. Yeah, you're good. One last thing I'd like to get Jonah's opinion on before we dive into the rubric.
Why not mine?
As we were leaving the theater, Cole said,
Oh, okay.
I'm upset that Yoshi wasn't in this movie. And I said, there were Yoshis. He said, but not the Yoshi. And I
Yes.
said, but like Yoshi is a Yoshi. And that was where our debate started. Jonah,
Yes.
would you say that Yoshi is a Yoshi? Or do you think that Yoshi is a specific Yoshi or a mixture of both of
A
those
mixture
answers?
of both. I
Okay.
have a Mario lore deep dive.
Okay, like the end of the movie very clearly said that like we are going to get Yoshi.
Yes.
But we had this conversation before the egg was.
I'm just
teased
saying,
at the end.
Yoshi is an established main character in the Mario franchise. He has his own game. He has the Yoshi Island.
Yeah.
Game. He is a playable character in Smash. He's a captain in baseball. If that was the case, you would give Shy Guy and all the other, like the Goombas and all them, they would get their own thing too, wouldn't they?
But like, so
This
like
is the Yoshi.
that's the thing though is like while they're named Yoshi, the species is also Yoshi.
Same with Toad, though.
I was gonna say same with Toad, but yeah, like so we
You're
had
not
this
saying,
conversation
that's-
before they showed the
but
egg.
Toad is like, oh, that's a Toad. It's not. That's
the Toad.
That is Toad.
You're the Mario expert. My question was gonna be: is Yoshi the name of the species or not?
Yeah, so Yoshi's the name of the species.
Okay.
And then I think like there is the Yoshi that's like Mario's best friend. And
I
there's
got
like
I got like mixed Google results, but my favorite here, and this is the tab I told.
Really,
told
you sifted through and found one that fits your narrative.
No, it's kind of the opposite. Yoshi has a full name: T. Yoshisaurus Munchakoopas.
yes, it is. It is.
See,
that was my
we got
favorite
getting
thing.
T Yoshisaurus.
So the egg that was teased has got to be T. Yoshisaurus. Do you know what the
Yes.
T is? It's like just T.
Tyrannus.
I think so.
Like T-Rex?
I don't know. I just knew Munchakoopas was like his last name as his full name.
I also used to think Yoshi was a girl for some reason. No clue why.
It's a very high pitched voice.
Yeah,
It's
but
understandable.
like whenever people
Can you give us a Yoshi impression, Jonah?
Yoshi,
That's pretty good.
no, it wasn't.
Okay, Jonah, you can't do an impression and then compliment yourself saying that was pretty good.
I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah,
I bet you did.
That's when normally we're like Jonah. That was good.
You immediately gave yourself a compliment too.
I had to back myself up because I knew no one else was going to. But the Yoshi like lore, I know that in one of the
confidence.
Yoshi's Island games, it has like at the very end, you play as like a bunch of different colored Yoshis, and at the end there's like I think it's the DS one. There's like a group of all the baby Mario characters, like Baby Mario, Baby Luigi, and there's a Yoshi egg with the baby characters that hatch, and it's another green baby Yoshi. I think the implication was that baby one from that game is like the Yoshi that is like Mario's best friend in the games.
Okay.
I liked that we got baby
Mario.
that was
Luigi,
cute,
and
yeah.
Peach. That was kind of fun.
That was really good.
Good cameo.
Well,
I can't wait for the Smash Initiative.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, going back to Jack Black, did you see what he wore to the red carpet?
no.
Yeah, the Bowser theme suit with the fire on it.
Yeah, he had
looked pretty
fire
good.
on his sleeves on his suit, and then he had spikes on the back. It was
That's
pretty awesome.
good. I do love that.
Pretty cool.
Well, you guys ready to jump into the rubric?
I think so.
I'm trying to fix Jonah's. I should have done it before we got here.
I told you to do that before.
You did?
I did. I brought
Here's
it
the
up.
problem. You did,
And then he forgot.
and I did.
He just tunes out what I say.
Is it the Excel spreadsheet?
Yeah, I'll fix it in a little
You
bit.
need to make 2 sheets. One when Jonah's a special guest. One when we're by
So we don't have to
ourselves.
do this every time.
Nah, it's more fun to panic live on the air.
Do it live.
It's a good follow up to last episode.
I'm gonna go ahead and we'll go ahead and start with you, Cole. The plot. Plug her in. What do you got?
I think the plot itself, because the stuff I'm going to take off for is in the continuity stuff we talked about earlier. But plot, I mean, they got to where they needed to go. I'll give it a 5. It was a fine. It's Mario. It's not going to be any deep and philosophical, Josh. You're looking too deep into
But it
Mario.
could be,
It could
okay?
be, but that's just
Could be.
ridiculous to do that.
Fan theory.
Okay, plot 5 for Cole.
5 for me. Yeah.
Josh.
I'm going to go 5 as well. It's a kid's movie. It's a Mario movie.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple.
I'm gonna give plot probably a 4 because like you're right. It's not like nothing crazy or anything, but I don't think it really needed to be. I thought it was just exactly what a Mario movie story needed to entail. So
Yeah, I'm also gonna go for like a 5 for me is like exceeds. 4
Yeah,
is
yeah.
like meets. So like I'm gonna say 4 as well. It had just enough issues to say that it exceeded as a Mario movie plot, but none of them are egregious. I think it definitely like exceeds in some areas, just not all of them. So I'm a 4. I'll go ahead and start characters. I think characters for me is pretty easily a 5. It's Mario, right? I think they did almost all the characters justice. I didn't like Donkey Kong, but I recognize that they at least took him a new direction and gave him somewhat of an arc. So it's hard for me to be upset at that. So I'm going to give characters a 5. Cole?
Characters are going to be a 5 for me, too. I mean, there's no bad characters in... Well, no, I'll get that in direction, so that's not really the character. But, yeah, it's a 5 for me on the characters. I mean, no characters I disliked in this one.
Okay. Josh?
Same. They're iconic characters from a game, from a movie, so from a game. So
I knew what you meant. Jonah?
I'm definitely going to give a 5.
5.
Classic characters, and they are realized very well.
All right. Jonah, I'm going to start with you on this next one. Direction.
Direction. Can we do half scores on this? Or is it mainly just big?
We've done that before, but that was in the very first episode.
Yeah, I think if you really want to, I'm not going to disallow it, but I would say, yeah, just pick one, like 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever it is.
Okay. I'm going to go 5 if I'm rounding up. The only thing I'd mark like a few like decimals off would be for the licensed music. But I mean, the music, the visuals, everything that wise has captured the Mario world so perfectly that I feel like I would have to give it a 5.
Okay. 5 for direction from
Yeah.
Jonah. Let's go this way this time, Josh.
I would say 5 as well. The soundtrack was excellent. Sadly, our theater was quiet as heck.
Oh, I meant
I was
to-
so irritated about that.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah, they didn't have the subs turned on. it
No.
felt like.
Yeah.
It was obnoxious because every time we go to watch a movie, the next theater over is playing like Dune
Yeah.
with the subs cranked to the max, and I can't hear my movie because my theater doesn't have any subs.
Yeah, it felt like it was just missing a channel.
It was weird.
I don't know. We had the same problem with Shang-Chi
Shang-Chi.
back in the day too. So I don't know. We just got bad luck.
Yeah. But as far as direction goes, 5. I love the sound. It looked really good. And I liked how they incorporated a ton of Mario World elements.
Cole?
We on direction?
Yes.
4.
4. Okay.
For Cranky Kong's voice. And
Fair.
man, and some of the lines that Chris Pratt... I mean, I wasn't going to take it all off for Chris Pratt's. Like, his performance overall was good. Minus the few where I'm like, come on, dude. Try a little harder on that. But it's kind of hard when Jack Black's giving 200% over there.
Yeah.
It's going to make everyone else look like they're underacting.
Yeah.
But Cranky Kong's voice, yeah, that was a weird choice on that. I'm going to say, I'm just going to take down a point for that.
Okay. This might be my hot take. I'm actually going to give direction a 3.
Ooh.
3 to me is meets. Doesn't and meets in most areas, not all areas.
Okay.
It doesn't meet in all
So you
areas.
just said 4.
No,
meats.
I actually, I thought so. I actually
Backpedaling.
typed.
What is this?
I
kind
tried
of
to type out
scoring?
a while ago, like what they mean to me. Not saying these are what they have to mean for you guys. 1 for me is not worth rating. Like it's a 1.
Yeah.
2 is there are some like artifacts of like what they were trying to do, but it needs significant work. 3 is meets in some areas, but needs improvement. 4 is meets in most areas. 5 is meets and exceeds. So for me, I actually didn't have a problem with Cranky Kong, but I did have a problem with Seth Rogen's Donkey Kong. And there was sometimes the voice acting was weird, although I think it was fine. You were right, though. Like there were sometimes that Chris Pratt felt like he was phoning it in. Whoever's directing it should have been like, Chris, can we do that line again? While I didn't mind the voice, that's a direction thing. I didn't like the insert songs. I thought that could have been some fixing. And then, I mean, those are all just enough that like they just little shaving things. I'm not expecting a kid's movie to have great direction, but I'm also not going to. That is something that could be fixed. So I am going to take off and give 3 a direction. So who have I not started with? Cole. I don't think I've started with Josh. I haven't started with you yet. Josh,
Okay.
Continuity.
Continuity. I'm trying to think if there's any major plot holes.
We brought
I can
one
think
up,
of.
but then you got really philosophical trying to justify it over here.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I don't want to give. It was a really good movie, so I guess a perfect score is not terrible.
No. If it's perfect to you, it's perfect. Like perfect. Nothing is perfect.
Yeah, nothing's
right?
perfect,
Except for
but
the
I
well.
didn't
If you
have
think
anything
it's
glaringly
worth a 5,
obvious
yeah.
that was just like, geez, you should have thought of that. Yeah, I'm going to go 5.
5 for continuity.
Yeah.
Okay. Cole.
Well, 4.
4.
For your the whole discussion we had about the pipe and why we didn't even try, and even though they kind of tried, in air quotes there, they fell, but didn't even attempt to show concern, like, oh, well, what now?
Yeah. I'm also going to give it a 4. That was my only real complaint. And then, like, the whole existence of the pipe is in and of itself a question. Maybe that's something they're intending to leave open, but I think like that there, plus like some of like how did Bowser's Castle know that they were coming with all of the monkeys and then intercept them in time like that does leave some questions, because on the map, if I remember, Bowser was over here, Mushroom Kingdom, and then Donkey Kong was over here, which means that somehow Bowser went past the Mushroom Kingdom to get where they were at.
I remember the map being, it was Mushroom Kingdom.
It was like in the
Kong
middle.
Island was in between them and Bowser.
Was it?
I thought.
Maybe
I could
I'm
be
just
wrong.
remembering. Either way, how did that happen? It felt very forced. Continuity.
You had to get them together somehow.
Yeah, continuity. I'm not taking off a ton of points for it, but it is a 4 for me. Don't want to sound like a professional critic, but I want to start getting paid eventually. So maybe
We can't just
Yeah,
give perfect to everything.
Think perfect
guys.
everything.
Especially for next week.
all right.
You haven't even seen the movie yet, Cole.
Whatever. Cole, you gave me yours. Josh, did you give me continuity? You said 5, right?
I did.
Jonah.
We can't give perfect scores to everything, but I'm giving continuity a 5.
Okay.
So I the pipe thing didn't really bother
Can't
me.
do it, but we're gonna do
Why'd
it.
you need to? Why'd you preface it like that?
Like, why would you even say that?
I
Like,
like
what?
contradicting myself. It's funny.
and complimenting yourself.
And complimenting
too.
myself. I'm my biggest supporter. And
Jonah
hater.
goes 5 and then waits a second. That was a really good score.
That was a really good score.
Good take.
I did really good this podcast, actually, I gotta say. But the pipe didn't really bother me too much. I feel like that'd be more of a continuity thing for the next movie, because I was at the very end. And yeah, I mean, I think the world is so whimsical, and the movie really does play into like, yeah, there's floating blocks and magical mushrooms. You have to just accept the way it is because it's Mario. And so I don't know. I thought kind of was a 5
Okay.
for me. I had no issues with it.
All right. Last category, enjoyment.
Forgot
You gave continuity, did you?
Did I? Yes.
Yeah.
My continuity was a 4.
That's right.
Let's start us off in this last one. I overall pretty much liked this movie. I think if you're a Mario fan, you're going to really enjoy it. If you're not a Mario fan, the Easter eggs fall flat on you. You know, like you probably won't. Enjoyment for me was pretty good. It was a 4. There was just the insert songs really sucked me out of it, and I hate that they ruined it for me as bad as they did. But they made me actually remember that I'm watching a kids movie made by Illumination. That was the only time they did that. I could get back into it just in time for like the next insert song to pull me out of it. So
Yeah.
I'm giving that a 4. Cole?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. I'm going to give it a 1. No. I'm going to give it a 5. I really like this movie.
5. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a 5 as well. The insert songs didn't bother me very much. Did not take me out of it. I thought it was a lot of fun.
Okay.
I'm also gonna give enjoyment a 5. I also wasn't the insert songs did bother me. That was more of like it would make it like a 4.8 or like a 4.5 for me. So I'm just gonna say I went up to 5. It really didn't bother me too much.
All righty.
So
and
even
then,
though I was not a fan.
all righty. One moment here.
Wow.
All right.
No time has passed.
No time
No
has passed. I
time.
totally didn't have to pause the
Movie
podcast right
magic.
there. Yeah. Fix that in the edit. That gives the Mario movie, Mario Brothers movie, Cole. I'm so
Super
sorry.
Mario
The
Brothers.
Super Mario Brothers movie.
The Super Mario Bros movie.
Yes.
A 92%. Very respectable.
Very.
It ain't,
job,
ain't your
Nintendo.
perfect. Ain't your 100 on the rubric.
Ain't
Johnny.
my perfect, but it's
to,
okay.
It was to Josh. It got a.
was.
This scored the same as the whale.
I had a good time.
So we can. So Josh, you're saying the Whale and the Super Mario Brothers movie are equal.
I am. I think that's what I'm saying.
I would say in their respective categories, yeah, this is like a really, really, really good kids movie, and The Whale is a really, really good heavy adult movie. Yes.
It's better than Prancer. I'll give it that.
Yeah,
Probably better than Prancer. I haven't even
But
seen
you
it
know
since
what?
the
It's not
90s,
better than.
okay?
It's not better than Ants either.
Oh, gosh.
You don't think that the Super Mario Brothers movie is better than Ants?
I'm gonna die on this hill with this ant hill.
No.
Yo, this
The amount of hills that Cole dies on for this. We had to pause the podcast so I could fix the spreadsheet because I didn't want to just make everyone listen. And Cole's still over here. Cole loves to stir the pot.
No, never.
Cole loves to hate things that are good and popular.
Oh, I
and
like
he's over here
popular
trying to convince
things.
us that the dub for Squid Game is better than reading subtitles.
It is better because you can just listen. You don't have to read. You don't have to exert that brain energy there.
It's bad.
It's bad.
It's pretty bad. It's
really
almost
bad.
so funny. It's funny bad.
I like watching compilations of like how terrible that dub is. Side note, As we close out here, we're coming up on an hour. We plugged it in. It's got a good score. I'm sure they're going to make another one. They teased it with the Yoshi egg. This movie, actually, has anyone looked up how much this is made? I'm going to look that up.
Probably a crap ton of money.
Biggest animated opening, I think, is projected.
Really?
It was over 250 million today.
I think it hit
Really?
300. I think it's projected to make 300.
Eat your heart out, James Cameron.
This is from Variety. Super Mario Brothers movie box office. All the records smashed on opening weekend.
Huh.
Ha ha ha.
Wow. Results far exceeded expectations and even surpassed the starts of recent installments in Universal's biggest franchise like Jurassic World Dominion. So how much did it actually make? Oh, it says it has crushed the competition with its jaw-dropping 204.6 million domestic and 377 million global over Easter weekend.
I think it makes
That's
a billion easy.
Easy.
Yeah.
That's insane. It's probably going to make so much money that like James Cameron's going to go re-release Avatar.
Probably are. They're like, oh, I can't be outdone.
Can't be outdone by Mario.
Outdone by the Mario Brothers.
He also got outdone by Puss in
He's
Boots.
gonna like He's gonna like put on a Waluigi hat.
He's gonna become Waluigi.
He could
James
be him.
Cameron's gonna be Waluigi.
Now what? Oh, what?
It's not even
If,
animated. It's just like
now
him.
what if he does that because he's mad petty, and then when they go make the sequel, they cast Waluigi. They make him look more like James Cameron.
Or they make him a director, like he's a director in Brooklyn.
He's just the worst.
Oh my gosh.
I would love it.
No, I really don't know what the critics were thinking. I read some of the critic reviews, and they're like laughably bad.
Oh yeah, I watched one that was really bad.
Like one of them was like, the only time you should be driving on the Rainbow Road is after 4 bong rips, and I'm like, what?
What?
Yeah, like it's just like.
I saw one from this lady, and she was like, Bowser's behavior was like really inappropriate for children, very stalkerish. I'm like, he might be the bad guy of the movie.
He's kind of the
Crazy
villain.
idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I've seen this happen with other things too. I like that their problem wasn't that Bowser wanted to destroy an entire kingdom and kill all of its occupants. It's that he was slightly inappropriately stalkerish towards Peach.
Yes.
I love that when people have that. It's like, I'm fine with genocide. But forcing someone to marry him?
Yeah.
Like, I've never understood people with that train of thought.
I mean, I'm not even going to say that because I feel like that may be too far for the podcast.
Yeah.
You're gonna get an explicit put by our
We are.
Yeah.
I will said something very
We just got
controversial.
on
there.
Apple Podcasts, and now
Finally.
we're gonna get taken down.
Banned, get
Yeah,
canceled.
Let's do it. Let's do it. No, so yeah, there were some really wacky, wild takes, but it was a fun kids movie. I don't know always like kids movies. I really liked this one though.
Yeah.
I don't get what they're smoking or not smoking. Maybe they need to be. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
They don't have fun. They just need to have fun.
So we talked about this. Here's my last question for you guys. Where would you guys like the franchise to go? Cole mentioned it earlier, and I'm going to kind of second then add on. I would love it in the next movie if whatever Bowser's antics are results in them deciding to settle things with a game of baseball or soccer.
Ooh.
Like that would be pretty
That'd be
cool. Like maybe they are hosting like a international tournament, like soccer tournament, and the winning team gets a wish, like it's the star or something. So like I don't know, like I feel like that could be a good plot.
Or you can just do the Marvel thing and get Detective Pikachu. Got Sonic.
Ooh.
You can introduce
Strike a
Link.
deal.
We got to get a few more movies before the
Smash
Smash
Bros.
Initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but you
I don't know.
introduce Link. Get Link a movie.
Ask DC.
Get a Metroid movie.
Get a
Yeah.
Metroid movie. Yeah, I mean, oh man,
Ask DC. See how that went for them.
The next one will be Mario versus Sonic, and then we'll do Smash Bros.
I would absolutely love this, but who owns the Sonic movie?
On like DVD.
no, like the,
No.
the company.
Company.
Oh, I think it's Paramount. My bad.
Let me look up who owns Sonic.
I don't got it on DVD. That's what's the question.
You said it so confidently too.
No,
Paramount,
no.
yeah.
Paramount. Okay. While you're doing that, like, we're already out because I don't think Paramount is owned by the same company that owns Illumination, right?
No, I think Illumination's Universal. I think.
Yeah.
Make it work.
I think they're like 4 different studios. Like the IPs are so split up.
Yeah.
So unless we get a like Sony making like a under the table handshake with Marvel for Spider-Man, like unless we get something like that,
Yeah.
we probably won't see it, which is upsetting.
I guess you don't necessarily need Sonic though. You got tons of other characters that could work. Kirby.
That's
Got-
Kirby.
Could do Kirby.
Link.
Samus.
Samus.
A live action Metro movie would be fire.
Yeah,
You could get-
They've talked about doing that repeatedly in the
Ness and Luke.
Yeah.
Sonic isn't even Nintendo, is it?
It's
Sega.
No,
It's Sega.
He's
so
a
it wouldn't
guest
even
character in Smash
really
Brothers.
be a Nintendo.
yeah. I think if you did it with only Nintendo characters, we would need a
Mario.
Zelda movie,
Yeah. Metroid.
Metroid.
Metroid. You would need
Kirby.
Yeah.
If you're doing a Smash
Captain
Bros.
Falcon.
movie, you need Captain Falcon, even though he's not a very big Nintendo franchise.
Hold,
you know?
real talk though,
He doesn't need his own movie. He can just be there.
Just be there. Yeah.
I would love a
An F-Zero movie?
An F-Zero, yeah, I was gonna
It'd be
say.
cool.
It'd
It'd
be
be
like
cool.
Speed Racer, but with like modern day CG. Like I would love an F-Zero movie. That would be so.
I would
good.
love it, but Nintendo won't even make a game in for like 20 years. So
It amazes me how much Nintendo's like. If we did this, we'd make millions, billions, even. And then they look at it and it's like,
I mean, that's a lot of work, though.
Not
You
unique
can
enough.
do Earthbound.
That'd be
Earthbound,
interesting.
yeah. Earthbound actually has a really good story. The original, very few people played Earthbound. I would love an Earthbound movie. That would,
I tried to play it. I'm not a big RPG guy.
yeah. I think that like because so many people have not played that, so few people have played that. That would actually be a really good
It's a funny game.
movie. Yeah, I think.
You know what? I think we're out of the time, Tyler.
We're at an hour. You're good.
No, okay. I think before we depart, I think we need to give top 3 Smash characters.
Ooh.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
my other sequel prediction. Before we do
before we
that,
do that, yeah.
the one other sequel prediction that I think they would do is that they're going to be like, oh, Bowser Jr. is at daycare and he's going to come get his dad out of the cage.
Okay, that would be really.
That's what I'm
I could
calling.
see them doing that.
Yeah, maybe the Koopalings were also at daycare or something.
Is Bowser Jr. It is not Bowser's actual son, right? Where does Bowser Jr. originate? Mario lore master Jonah.
It is. We don't know who Bowser Jr.'s like mom is, and when Bowser Jr. first shows up, Bowser lies to him and says that Peach is his mom, and tells him to go save his mom from Mario, but that wasn't real. So we don't know. I don't know. That doesn't really say.
But canonically Bowser's offspring.
I have no idea. I really have no idea.
Looks like it could be.
I would
Yeah,
think so.
I just don't know who the mom would be.
But
Bowser can't really get any.
He clearly did. Bowser
got Bowser
Jr.
Jr..
I was just
hey,
assuming
we
Bowser
never saw
Jr.
a
was
young
like adopted.
Bowser. Yeah,
We didn't.
So we don't know what he looked like. He could have been fit.
I love like since
Maybe
Mario.
that's his origin evil story. He got rejected or he got left.
Ooh,
maybe.
Yeah, see, so now he's trying to fill that void.
Yep.
that's true.
I do love since Mario toys with time travel. If they one day will reveal that Bowser Jr. is Bowser.
Ooh,
That'd be kind of
That'd
wacky.
be kinda wacky.
That'd be kind of wacky. Like Bowser reached into the past and pulled himself
Grabbed himself
forward.
out.
Yeah, that'd be kind of
I'm going
cool.
to raise
My
myself.
son. Yeah.
Mold him in my image. What was the D&D movie? It was like, I love having a kid. You know, it feels like a god. You just mold them in your
Mold
own
him into your image.
So, okay. Cole, you're about to say something? A Smash character.
Top 3 Smash characters.
Okay. I got to think on this one.
Tough. It's like 100 of them.
Batman.
Ooh, oh yeah.
Multiverses.
Cat dog,
LeBron James.
LeBron James. The
So my normal pick, I wouldn't necessarily say they're my favorite, but my go-to pick is Lucina. I love Lucina, love their combat style. So they're probably my main. Don't know if they're my favorite, but they're my main. They're the only amiibo I have from Smash. I don't know. What are your? I know yours. It's Isabelle.
Isabel's one of them. I think I would put Yoshi higher if I'm really like playing online and I'm losing. I switch to Yoshi.
I don't think I've ever seen you play Yoshi.
Yeah, I
Because he knows he can beat you without him.
Oh, okay. All right.
whoa,
Oh, okay.
We'll have to fire up some Smash after this now.
We
Josh is
he's,
talking
he's
crap
my
over here.
amiibo guy. I only have the Yoshi amiibo, but Isabel is really awesome. Probably 2, and then I don't know.
Squid Lolly.
No, maybe Kirby or I really liked Banjo, the DLC character. Banjo was cool, but
Okay.
I would say maybe Kirby was my
All right.
third.
I also really like Byleth. I love characters that you can switch and change up your play style. So I do really like Byleth.
You
a
gonna pick all
lot.
the Fire Emblem characters over there?
I'm on a track record for that, ain't I? Yeah.
You can't pick another Fire Emblem
Who
character.
else you play as?
I don't know. I'm trying to think who else. Like my third one would be Josh. The few times you play the game, who's your go-to?
Either Kirby or Bowser. I like Bowser.
Okay.
And then probably Yoshi would be my third.
Okay.
Classics.
Good. Good choice.
Snake.
Okay.
Of course.
Has to be Snake.
Yeah.
I know who one of your top three is.
Is it Wii Sports?
Kirby
Oh, maybe I don't know. Okay.
and the Wii Fit Trainer.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Wii Fit Trainer is underrated.
That's what I meant
Because
to say.
I like to just be the troll out here.
Fit Trainer's
I-
underrated. Low key.
I can do a little bit of damage with the Wii Fit Trainer.
I'm surprised you didn't say Meta Knight.
Not,
Knight's
not
cool.
if we're not playing Brawl, I can't use Meta Knight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Meta Knight was broken.
Say
Crazy.
I abused it so much. He was the meta in Brawl.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure. I'd say my other third would be Samus.
Samus is
I love Samus. Zero Suit Samus. Like I love.
Oh,
Zero
of course, that's to be Zero Suit
Oh,
Samus.
wait, whoa,
I
wait.
like fast characters.
Yeah.
Zero
Oh, yeah,
Suit
that's-
Samus is like as fast as you can
Well,
get.
you like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
like Sonic then, don't you?
I actually don't like Sonic. Sonic's not that fast, despite like being
He's
speed.
fast, but his moves.
His
like, you have
moveset
to
is not
stop.
fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to stop repeatedly. He has no flow.
Yeah, he runs fast, but then you have to stop to use like your spin dash or something.
Yeah, like Sonic's no. Like I like characters that I can wave dash and dart around the map.
Yeah.
So, and she's hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually the original reason when someone
Do you pick three like female characters for yours?
I did.
That's all he
actually,
ever plays.
That's what I was going to say. When Smash Ultimate first got announced, I had a bad habit in previous games of like playing all the characters and being meh with all of them, and I said I'm going to get good with like 3 to 5. And then I want to narrow it down to 1 to 2. That way I have a main and a backup, like so I can counter something different.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the roster of like 50 something people, and I'm like, how do I narrow this down? And I made the decision to only play the hot ones.
That's fair.
And to be fair, Sephiroth did make it into that cut. Like when he got released, I was like, okay, I'm gonna try Sephiroth.
I mean,
You can't deny me. Then I whittled it down bit by bit to like other people. I used to love like Link, and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But I don't like I don't like how he plays in the newer ones. I feel like he's too sluggish. This is turning into a Smash Brothers podcast.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's a different one.
Closing thoughts. I like the movie. Go see it. We are going to go see Suzume next week. I'm going to beg Cole to go in with an open
I'm
mind.
going in with an open mind, but
I don't know that you
But
are.
he trash talks it every chance he
Yeah.
gets.
because I know it gets a rise out of you. You said it earlier. I like to start a pot.
So we're going to go see Suzume next week. And then what's our movie? Do we have a movie picked out after that?
I mean,
There's some good
Guardians
stuff
can be
coming
coming out.
Yeah.
We have Air that's still looming.
I do want to go see Air. I'll dress up for Air. I'll dress up as Michael
You gonna
Jordan.
go blackface for that?
I was just going to wear some Jordans.
Oh.
Can I borrow yours?
I don't have Jordans. I have
What do you-
LeBrons.
Oh, my bad. Jonah, you got a pair of Jordans?
No.
I would like
Do you have Sonic on DVD?
No, I don't have. I unfortunately don't. I don't. Sadly, I got Lightning McQueen Crocs, so it's
Right.
kind of the same style. You're going fourth of Jordans.
Exactly the same. As we close here, Jonah, Redemption. Are you ready? Give me your best Yoshi impression.
Okay. Yoshi. That was better.
That was Stitch.
worse.
That was
Yoshi.
100%.
I think it's too low pitched. Yoshi.
Yoshi.
Like that he squeezes his neck
Also-
like that's gonna do something. Like he's gonna pinch the vocal
I'm
cord.
doing the voice actor style.
All right. Thank you for listening. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Thank you for listening. We're on Apple Podcasts. Tell your friends. Good